film and get this on the road. Thank you guys. Have a great time.
Oh wait, there's a film.
Film. Hey, where's the sound?
How anticlimactic. Yeah, there you go. Guys, we've got it.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a big hand for Austin St. John, Walter Jones, David Yost, Karan Ashley, and Yost Kelly. What's up, New York City? Anybody know what time it is? Anybody know what time it is?
That's what I'm talking about.
Red Rangers in training. All right.
We love you more.
It's like the weirdest.
This is like
It's weird.
It's like surreal.
Yeah, this is like,
You guys are like panoramic.
we knew you guys grew up, but you're looking really big right now. Just,
I know, right? You're like giants.
I feel like you guys are gonna fall on us.
so do we have cameras? What is this? Is this Q&A or how are we doing this?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Is there microphones anywhere?
Well, it's not fair. I can't stare at you.
Are there? You don't want to. You have a wireless mic?
Yeah. We'll pass it around.
So we're just gonna do a Q&A panel. And
Check. Somebody's about to be.
Oh, I thought you were doing
I know. I was
selfies.
like, what the heck is he doing? We know Walter's making a selfie.
Who wants to? You're gonna be the runner? Yeah. Okay.
Zach is in. That's Zach.
We'll finally put Zach to work.
But that's
Zach is in pink shirt.
Zach is a big shirt, has the wireless mic, so if you have any questions, he's going to be your guy. I see a hand going up right over here,
Okay.
Zach. You're going to get your workout today.
Oh, he's got his Fitbit on, so he's gonna get his steps.
So I just wonder if it would be easier for us just to make a line over to the, if you have a question.
Don't kill each
Go
other.
over to your right and just kind of line up over there.
Yeah.
I believe children of future.
I feel like a rock star on this stage. This is pretty awesome.
This time. You're not gonna torture me? Not like I do it back in the meet and greet.
All right, we got somebody. What's your question, my friend?
Hi, I just want to say thank you for giving me the best childhood of all time.
Yeah, we are not worthy.
And my question is, what was it like, dealing with fame at like that age? And did it change
When
you
we were
guys?
15?
I was 10. It was, I don't know. I think I don't know. For me, it was crazy because these guys, the show was a hit. And I won the lotto and got on a fabulous show and got to do amazing things. And it was, we worked so much. There was really no time to let it sink in. But meeting all of you 20 years later, it blows my mind what the show means to you. And you guys are here and the stories you tell us are so amazing. I don't know if you ever know how to handle this kind of stuff. You guys can chime in. We've had some crazy, amazing experiences, so thank you.
Austin. When we did Universal.
Universal. That was a lot like ballistic. Universal. I guess what was that 94? So I was just barely 19. Yeah. And for the record, I'm still the youngest. So you know. I still look the youngest of the original. But he still rides a hairy elephant. So. Hairy elephant. That's it on, baby. What up? So anyway, I was 19 and I really had no concept. These guys all had far more experience in the acting world than I did, obviously.
You blew it away.
And Well, I tried, but Universal, we were supposed to go and do the show, 1,000 people, one show in a 1,000-person room auditorium. Very quickly, they figured out when people started camping out in line a day or two ahead of time, I think. Something like that. Camping out in line at Universal, they were like, maybe we should rethink this. And next thing I know, we were in the biggest amphitheater, which I think seated like 6,000 people. Turned into 4 or 5 shows. We packed the house every time. We had toy stands selling Power Rangers. They got overrun. Police were called in. The local highway was backed up into downtown LA for 8 miles. Tom Brokaw, who was like the big dog in news media at the time, did a national story on it. And then the first time I got to walk out with these guys in front of, we had our helmets on. Everybody's got a pair of dark shades. Now picture the dark shades. You're in a room like this, and then 5,000 cameras all go off with flash. I felt like Star Trek. I was like, the hair on my neck stood up, and I was up on this platform and had to do a backflip out into the crowd. And I think the first time I busted my butt, too. I was super pumped. I could have fallen on my head from 100 feet, and I wouldn't have felt the pain. And it was insane. That was you guys, So that's what it was like. It was nuts.
Great question. Thank you.
It might be easier if you want to go around this way. I don't know. I said it might be easier for you to get around that way. I don't know.
Maybe it depends on where you're sitting.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I honestly think you can hear us from here. Why don't we just call out our questions?
Chaos.
Anarchy.
Oh, yeah, it'll turn into pandemonium.
Don't argue with the Mike's problem. No arguing with
You might have to call out your question.
Zach, you broke the mic?
You need battery.
Go ahead and ask your question, man.
Okay. Well, first of all, thank you guys. You are one of my earliest martial and science fiction inspirations. I actually ran the stage combat team that was on stage before you guys came on over here. So thank you for that.
There you go.
Wait, you had combat right here?
I just want to ask, all this time later, and the franchise still going, how does it feel knowing that you guys were the first to inspire young people to do public service and get into the martial arts and to do good for their other classmates? How do you guys feel?
It's pretty amazing. I mean, when you consider the fact that we inspired a lot of people to do a number of things, from martial arts to dance and hip hop to having diversified friendships. It's like the fact that we did that and it's continued on. I mean, there's a lot of people walking around that look like kind of nerdy that are badass martial artists. So I feel bad for some of those bullies out there. Because you might try to bully that guy that you think is kind of nerdy, and the next thing you know it, he's like got 3 karate schools and is on top of it.
Right. So. It's like chic to be geek.
It is. So I think it's awesome. I'm very happy that we've inspired a lot of people. My man right here I met earlier, who
amazing story.
Amazing story. He was born and he couldn't walk, and they inspired him to, because of Power Rangers, he was inspired to get into martial arts, and he started doing taekwondo and kicking, and now he's like, he's been voted like one of the top kickers, and he's
in the world.
In the world.
Black belt.
Amazing story.
So don't mess with him.
It makes us very proud to have been positive in anybody's life.
I thank you for inspiring me, and there have been many franchises, many other racing franchises since you guys, but you guys are my Power Rangers.
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Thank you.
You're my boy, Blue.
I just want to thank you guys for being here on my birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
And my question is, will you guys ever want to come back to being Power Rangers?
Reunion!
I never left being a Power Ranger, baby.
It was every weekend.
Yeah, I think all of us would, under the right circumstances, go back to the show. Most of us are union actors, so we would need it to be under the Screen Actors Actors Union Guild and follow those rules and regulations, and I'm sure we'd all be open to it. So yeah.
What was that?
There's a lot of Power Rangers on the younger generation, but your Power Rangers was the best generation there is.
Thank you. I love the fact that he is not even old enough to watch the show, but someone showed him the show, and now we have a whole new generation of viewers, which is so amazing. Thank you, Netflix. Thank you, parents. Good parenting. We love it. Thank you.
Number one.
It's not my birthday. As everyone else has said, growing up, especially in the 90s, it was very hard for me to just be like happy, but then I would just like watch your show, and as growing up I was extremely bullied, so I would just go to the Power Rangers, I'd be like, oh, they're happy, and I could be happy if I stay strong. So I thank you for inspiring me to be the best that I can be. This question, though, is specifically for Karen.
Ooh. Uh-oh.
Did you feel any pressure coming on the show in the midst of like Morphomania and replacing Trini?
Oh yeah. All of us did. I mean, I can speak. I'll speak for Johnny and Steve. No, we knew the show was a hit, and we knew how loved these guys were, and there was no doubt that we were filling some huge shoes. And we were very nervous, obviously. But when we came on, Amy, David, Jason, they were very welcoming. The crew was very welcoming. And, thankfully the producers kind of let us, just figure it out. And they helped us as much as we could. And yeah. And luckily, you guys, loved us and you guys kept watching the show. And it was such a positive experience. So yeah, no, I was very nervous, especially the first day that I got on set, and I get the, first when I put the suit on, and I look inside and it says Trini, and it says Tweet, actually, and I was just like, oh my God, I'm wearing her suit. like, on top of all of it, but I was so honored to be a part of something that they had, they had made amazing, so honored.
I remember in the first episode that I watched in Power Rangers when you guys were just teenagers and you were teleported to the lab because the earth was shaking. And you guys didn't want to be the Power Rangers. What inspired you to say yes?
What's your name? Dylan. Good question.
Aren't you guys crazy? I mean, like, he's a giant talking head.
Dylan, do you have brothers, sisters?
Yes, my brother, the one that said that was his birthday.
Okay. Well, let me ask you a question. When you see that your brother needs help, you do it, right?
Yeah.
Do you really understand why you do it? You just know that it's the right thing to do. You know that you got much love for your brother, and that's why you do it, right?
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of like saving lives. Same thing. It's the right thing to do. And who doesn't love to save somebody else that needs some saving? That's why we did it.
Too young to know what he knows.
God bless
For stars, once again, thank you so much for coming out to Long Island. I mean, this is a really special place.
Strong Island.
My specific question is,
Easy there, killer. Easy there.
my first specific question is actually for Karen and for Austin. It is very rare that we see in a lot of superhero shows where we see a female being a prominent role, and except for a few of the Ranger series, there was mainly one female, but in a lot of them there was a second one. What did it mean to you in particular to be the second one, along with Amy Jo Johnson, to be a prominent and be a hero and be someone that saved lives? And in the case of you, Austin, in season 10 in Wild Force, you got to do something real amazing. You got a chance to be alongside Celine Ward, Daniel Slavin, Mr. Jason David Frank, and every other Red Ranger up to that. What was that like to be on set with them, and what was it like behind the scenes to know that you were the first one to be around the other 9 that had to be the leader in those moments?
Ladies first.
Oh, thank you. And you know what? That we were girl power before girl power was even new. I was so happy to be a part of a show where I didn't have to be the victim. I could actually be a superhero. And then I know for both of us, we just enjoyed, kicking butt. It was like, we love having our fights and we love, working with these guys. But that was like the biggest thing for me was that, to inspire young girls that you too could be the hero. And luckily, the writers understood that. And so we had episodes where we saved the day. And, we got everybody out of trouble. And vice versa, everybody got to be the hero. But I love, because it was a multicultural cast, there were girls. I mean, there were so many things, Power Rangers. It was like ahead of its time. So I was so honored to kick butt. Some putty butt and monster butt. So. Thank you, You had the boogie with the bear, right?
No comment. I gotta add on to the lady's superhero comment. I gotta tell you guys, I went on to being a fire medic, a flight medic, 15 years in emergency services. But I'm not saying that because I want to talk about me. I'm saying that because you guys inspired me to want to go on and really do something heroic. Now, while I was doing that, I worked with plenty of ladies in the fire department, in the emergency medical services department. I was overseas in the Middle East for 4 years. I worked with women overseas who stepped up, and those are the real heroes right there. The ladies and gentlemen overseas, but there are ladies there stepping up doing it for real too. So I got much love. I don't care how you built. If you can do the job, then you ought to do it. And if you can't, so be it. As far as how it was to be on set with all the Red Rangers, first they called me, they're like, hey man, you want to come do this episode, Red Ranger reunion with all the Red Rangers? Like, really? That's cool. How many's there been? Because I wasn't following. I'd gone on, I was doing other things. I was like, what, 3, 4? And they're like, 11. I went,
how time flies, right?
¿Cómo se, huh? He said 11, like, 11? Like, yeah. And so I showed up, and I got to meet all these guys. And I won't say which one, but one of them was like, oh my God, dude, I grew up watching you. I was like, I'm old. I'm standing here with one of my own, and he grew up watching me. If he asked me to sign his shirt, I'm going to cry. Needless to say, he didn't ask me to, but it was really cool, man. They were all chill. Everybody had their own legacy. They brought their own power to the red suit or other suits, and it was just cool to see how this thing was continuing to grow. So it was great to be a part of it.
Thank you. Great question.
Okay, everyone, welcome. Hello, everyone, first of all. Okay, how do I phrase my question? Well, first of all, thank you guys for coming, definitely, to Long Island. Garden City, guys. There you go. Okay.
That's like the rowdiest bunch. I love it.
Well, you know how it is. We're New Yorker. When you mess with one of us, you mess with all of us.
That's why you guys like Power Rangers. It's the same method.
By the way, that was his first Spider-Man movie, by the way, right? Okay, so going back with the once comment that Austin made. I grew up watching the Power Rangers, I think it was 95 in Dominican Republic, Santo Domingo, for my Dominicans up in the house.
Woo!
Dominicans! Wow, Walter! Wow, nice! There we go! Awesome! So again, I grew up over there watching it. That was like 5:30 p.m., Monday to Friday, Channel 11, Telesistema, for those of you that still remember who are the Dominicans. So that was all the kids were home. And specifically to you, Mr. Jones, Walter, as the only fellow black guy that was in the team. Myself included, and everyone else in my neighborhood at least, we all look up to you because we're brown, so brown power. And not only that, I also had the honor of meeting a gentleman with the name of Benjamin Rivera Jaramillo, who is the gentleman who dubs Walter in the Spanish dub of the Power Rangers. It used to be done back in Mexico, in Audio Master 3000 was the name of the company. So my lead up to the question is, are you guys surprised on how big the Power Rangers are, not only here in USA and other English-speaking countries, but how it is around the world, and the fact that there's about 15 to 16 different dubs of the Power Rangers just as first season, Spanish, French, Italian.
To answer your question, it is pretty amazing. I mean, the fact that the show is in 40 different countries. So I didn't know how many languages it is in, but yeah, it has been dubbed in a number of languages. Funny story, I I went to Dominican Republic.
Oh, awesome.
And to the Punta Cana. And I was there doing the Bachata Carnival, which is pretty amazing. I was like, wow, okay. And the word got around that I was there, and I was staying at my friend's house. And so I had a bunch of kids coming out in the morning, like 7 o'clock a.m. And they're like, Zach! So eventually I go outside with my friend, and the kids are speaking to me, and they're speaking in Spanish.
Of course.
And they're talking to me, and my buddy who I'm with, who's also from the same place, told him, hey, listen, he doesn't speak Spanish. And they're like, what are you talking about? He speaks Spanish every day on TV. So I was like,
through the voice of a Mexican guy, by the way, through the voice of a Mexican guy.
A Mexican guy, I understand, yeah. But yeah, so interesting and very cool because I experienced that in that city or that place, which I enjoyed a lot. And it was awesome.
Well, we'll like to have you back, hopefully to Puerto Plaza, where I have some family. If not back in San Miguel, Punta Cana again. So we'll definitely wait for you back in the island.
I'm ready to go back and do some more dancing, man.
Bring everyone else with you. I mean, no worries. We'll love you guys anyway. No worries. Bring more people in any case.
Thank you,
guys. Gracias.
Thank you. Come on down.
You just kind of floated down those stairs. She looked like she was here for this.
She's such a lady, right?
That's great.
Hey
That's
guys.
called an entrance.
Hi. I just want to first of all thank you guys for being such a big part of my childhood growing up. Actually, I was started in 93. I was like about 12, 13 years old. So, I mean, even as old as I was, I still watched the show. And girls do watch Power Rangers, am I right? All right, I just want to ask you guys, were there any episodes specifically that you filmed you feel challenged your character or as an actor that you feel was the most challenging?
This has got David written all over it.
I
Go ahead.
Well, a lot of the episodes were challenging for me because I'm a C student. I didn't do very well in school. But, I'm sorry to ruin the dream. And then I played this guy that's like a brilliant genius on TV, and like I would always get the scripts and there was these giant words, and I never understood what they meant, so I'd have to get the dictionary out, and I'd look in the dictionary and I'd memorize the words, and I'd try to make the lines sound as normal as possible. So that was always really challenging for me. So yeah, so for me every episode was challenging.
He was so cool. He was not a nerd.
It was most prodigious of you, actually.
It was very...
Walt was actually the nerd,
So
right?
fully functioned
A fully sentient, multifunctional automaton.
He's the only guy that can ever say that without making it sound like it came out of a porn episode. Because if you mess that up even a little bit, it's just going to go bad places. I'm just saying.
Thank you. Thank you guys so much. And Walter, if I may say, I absolutely loved that show, Space Case. I watched it every
Yes!
Thank you. I have fun doing that.
Hi, how's it going? Question for the whole cast. Can you do a group morph just really quickly?
Yes!
How about right at the end? We'll save that for the very end.
Yes!
But here's the deal. We're going to do it, and you got to do it with us.
Yes! Awesome.
Regular Thunder or Zeo?
I tell you what, you can call down whatever thunder you want, all right?
Hey, girl, hey.
I feel left out.
So hard right now. You guys are absolutely amazing. You definitely are my childhood. I was part of my Power Rangers fan club. I had the first 5 original VHSs on. I still have them. It was a big thing that I could watch with my mom because she loved Godzilla movies. So it kind of had that same gritty, cool feel. And my question is, did you guys have anything off the set that like you still have to this day that you love? Did you guys get to steal anything?
I wish I was too honest back then. I should have stole something. Nothing. But you know what? One thing I will say, the silver lining to the story is that everything I do have, fans have made for me. So it's very special. My helmet, my morpher, my community, everything has been made for me and given to me. So, but no, I should have stole something. You stole some stuff.
None of you guys? Nobody?
I stole my ninja outfit from the movie.
Tell me.
Let's be clear.
Let's do that.
Let's to be clear, I do not endorse stealing. At all. For all you little kids, there's no stealing. But yeah, I mean, unfortunately we didn't get a lot of things from the show, but that was one thing that Jason David Frank encouraged me to put into my suitcase on the last day of filming. In Australia, so I did that.
I didn't really take anything. I was given a skateboard from the pilot, and I still have from the prop guy. He gave me that, and then somebody else also gave me the neon juice bar sign. So I have.
That's awesome.
How about you?
I didn't take anything. I didn't. And I just, for the record, I want to, you guys realize who you're talking to, right? Power Rangers, role models. And y'all love what positive message we put forward. Right? Now, the second somebody mentions he stole some, y'all are hooting and hollering like a bunch of bandits. I mean, does hypocrisy have any bounds in this place? So I'm just saying, you can't encourage us to go do stuff like that, and then when your friends are around, your mom's listening, be like, I can't believe you did that. So anyway, I never took anything, but I'm with Karen. I probably should have.
If I could turn back the time. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you guys.
Much love,
And you look amazing, by the way.
I'm a pro on that one. Yeah.
Hi, first off, it's a dream come true meeting all you guys. And if they ever did a Super Sentai versus Power Rangers movie, would you do it?
I drop it like a bad habit.
I think we've all hoped that at some point they put the band back together. But like he mentioned earlier, some of us are SAG actors. And so, I mean, it'd have to be the right situation. But yeah, we want the band to get back, you know, some way, somehow. Maybe one day.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
How many Rangers sent you there? Power Rangers.
How many? Say it again.
Say it one more time.
How many
How many?
since you left the show?
Oh my gosh, there's so many since we left
I
the
think
show.
there's around 90.
We
Anyone?
have 10. How many Power Rangers has there been?
I thought somebody told me there's been 100
It's 100.
cast members, but I don't know if that includes other.
I don't know the exact number, but there have been a lot of Rangers. We've got to meet quite a few of them.
Somewhere around 100.
Yeah.
Welcome to Long Island, New York.
Thank you.
What's up, buddy?
You guys actually, like, not just my childhood, I'm still like a child, so. I love Power Rangers and I still do so much that every single day for the last 2 years, me and my brother, he's up there.
Hey, brother.
Hey, brother.
We watch every single episode from the first season all the way to every single to the bottom. And we don't just do that, we also pick out all the Sentai footage. It's like extremely hard.
Wow.
And the question is, why weren't you guys in Super Megaforce? It was like the ultimate team up.
I know.
Every person against evil.
I wanted to be there, but again, the show not being a union show makes it difficult for us to be there. I think they could have made it happen, but they didn't. So
Right.
it's not our fault.
You guys got to write that because the reality is they, like you said, they could make it happen at any moment. You know, they've made what, $3 billion. If they can make it happen, they can put together any team. So if you want it, you need to let them know that. Write them letters.
Ladies and gentlemen, how many of you have social media accounts?
Okay.
Now let me put something to you. Each one of you that has an account, you have no idea how much power that account can hold. And I'll tell you this so that you can understand what effect you can have on what you're asking us to do right here.
Oh, I do it.
If you go on your account, if you go on your social media accounts and you tag, Haim Saban has a page. Yeah, there are, well,
Saban Brands.
Saban Brands. You go to their pages with your media, share with your friends, ask your friends to back you up, and hit their pages, and you tell them, and I don't care which Ranger it is, you tell them who you want to see there. Get your friends to do it, and you keep doing it, and you have them keep doing it, and that's how you get it done.
Yeah. Because they
Lead
will.
from the front, ladies and gentlemen. Your social media pages
Don't let
are
your
where you
dreams be
lead.
dreams.
Lead from the front.
Yeah.
As for why I was not in super mega spectacular force.
I have to tell you one more thing. Every single year for my birthday, I actually really do this. I wish to be a Power Ranger, even though it might not happen. I usually wish to be, I don't really care what color, but mostly red because you get the armor and all that stuff. And I want to drive my own Megazord to work.
I tell you what, we have cars today. They all have gas. They all guzzle gas. Driving the T-Rex, you cannot imagine how much I had to feed him. I'd rather drive a Suburban because I do.
I got a license plate that says my other car is Mastodon.
So as for why I wasn't in super tropical beatdown, that's because I was in the Middle East, so I couldn't make it home for that. I was trying to work.
I have a question for David. Can you tell us about experiences you had with bullying on set of Power Rangers and how you've overcome bullying throughout your life?
Well, that's a tricky question. I don't want to get too in-depth with it, but yeah, I always struggled with my sexuality growing up and was in denial of it for a very, very long time. And when I moved to Los Angeles to be an actor, I said to myself, I'm not gay. And so I really tried to stick that in my head. And there were certain people on set that did make my life a little bit less than desirable, just like making snide comments or talking behind my back. And I do know there was a producer that called some of my co-stars into his office and questioned them about my sexuality, which was really humiliating for me. So I kind of made a promise in my head that if I hear anything else, as soon as I hear it, I'm gonna leave. And it took a week, and I heard some comments, and so I just walked off set one day at lunch, and I never went back because it was really taking a toll on my mental capacity, I guess, for myself. I was just really in a state of really hating myself, and I was kind of suicidal at that time. So I thought it was best that I left, and I did. And I just think it took me a long time to be comfortable with who I am and to accept myself. And it's not just for me, I'm gay, so that was my struggle, but I know a lot of us have struggles in our own ways, just with our body image or whatever it might be, just feeling inadequate in the world. And I'm just here to tell you, you can overcome everything. I mean, I did a lot of damage to myself. I put myself through what they call reparative therapy. Again, that's sort of like a Christian thinking of, if I pray enough to God, God will take this away from me. And unfortunately, that doesn't work. It just causes more damage. And I ended up having a nervous breakdown and checking myself into a hospital. And it's this like long, crazy, dramatic story. So it took me a long time to accept David and being gay. And that's where I am today. But I just... question, and I just want to encourage everybody to just always love yourself. Don't listen to the world.
Good question.
How you doing? First of all, just really glad to actually meet you guys in person after so many years. Just a couple of things I've been wanting to ask. First of all, did they ever make it clear where Angel Grove was supposed to be located?
It's in heaven.
It's the land of constant repair.
We tear it up.
San Francisco.
I do feel like it was meant to be in California. I feel like it is.
I thought maybe it was meant to be in California, but I felt like Godzilla and Mothra lived there every day.
And actually, one specific question for David and Karen, specifically about the Power Rangers movie. One thing I've just been wondering, was Ryan's comet actually named after anybody in particular? That just seemed like a good name for a comet.
I mean, that's really probably the writers. I don't think I ever really examined it, but now that you're saying it to me, I'm like, oh, that's interesting. So, was one of... I feel like it was probably named, probably after the writer's son or something.
Okay.
Probably.
Just one of those things that's kind of rallying around my head, so I figured I'd ask.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think, it's funny. They'll think of things and it'll be actually pretty...
it's kind of like my character, Billy Cranston, was actually named after Bryan Cranston. who
Breaking
was
Bad.
on Breaking Bad. So it's like if there's somebody that has like a in with a writer or a producer or something like that, like Tommy Oliver is named after Tony Oliver, who is our voice, who was like our first voiceover director. So it's like, you know, it's sort of this little thing that people do to give a shout out to their family or their friends kind of thing.
Okay, just fine, yes. And thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Hello?
Hi.
Nice to meet you guys. I grew up watching you guys when I was a kid. Like, Power Rangers became my favorite childhood show ever. I still watch it, and I'm trying to get my little brother into the show when he gets a bit older.
Thank you.
So I have a few questions. What would like your favorite memorable moment on Power Rangers?
Oh my gosh.
You know, I think we all have lots of different memories, and from doing so many different episodes, there are a lot of things that we remember that are fun. I think for myself, and maybe from these guys as well, you bring up something, he might mention something that happened, and go, oh yeah, that's right, that was awesome, it was amazing. You know, and the same thing, we hear different stories, we do these cons a lot. But one thing I think that at least David and Austin and I know share with me is we had the opportunity to go to a hospital for the Make-A-Wish Foundation, which is for terminally ill kids. And we went there, and there were like kids that hadn't smiled in like 2 or 3 months. They'd been severely burned or fighting cancer, and like just like terminally ill, having a really hard time. And we went there in our suits, and we're walking through the hallways, and the kids are coming to the doors, and they're so excited, and they're smiling, and they're laughing. And there was one door that we couldn't go in. There was a kid who had been really sick, and they're like, you know, he's been having a really hard time. He hasn't, you know, he's been having a really difficult time. But we walked in, we went to the window.
He was terminal.
He was terminally ill, yeah, and he didn't have much time. But we walked over to the door, and he looked at it, and he saw us. We couldn't even go in because he was so sick that we couldn't expose him to any germs. But we looked in the door, and he looked out, and he saw us. He had the biggest smile on his face. And that moment was an amazing moment for me, because I remember just feeling like, man, we're making a difference in this person's life. And, you know, it's amazing to be able to have that power to do something like that just by being friendly.
That was here in New York, right?
Wow. That was in New York.
It was in New York, yeah. It was like our first trip that we took to New York.
I just got some bad news. We only have time for one more question. But the bright side of that is that we are going to go do our photo ops, and as soon as we're done with our photo op, our group photo op, we're going to be back at our table. So you guys can come over there, ask us your questions. We're there. We want to meet every last one of you. I see a lot of familiar faces, but I also see a lot of new faces. So if we did not get a chance to answer your question, please come and talk to us. But young lady, you get the last question. I'm sorry.
What time will that be at?
What time?
Yeah.
The photo op? Or?
What time will you be at your tables?
Oh, okay, we're going to do the photo op, so we'll probably, as soon as we get through it, maybe 15 to 30 minutes tops, and then we'll be at our table. So you got time to go, and you guys, you know, we can't wait to meet all of you. Our tables are upstairs. Oh, the photo op. Where's the photo op? Do we know?
Go out these doors immediately to your right. There's a photo
Out the doors and
To the right. So out the doors to the right, and you can get a picture with all 4 of us.
Or whoever.
So what's the last question there?
Yeah.
Hi guys.
Hi.
David, thank you again for coming. Austin, Walter, Karen, thank you so much. You guys made a difference in my son's day, who is autistic. You guys know him, Darian.
Yeah, he's a cute kid.
Thank you so much, you guys.
Thank you.
Austin, thank you for taking that picture with him.
My pleasure.
Also, I just wanted to know, in your opinion, you know, dance moves, Zach? And apparently Jordan is now calling you guys, so, but,
We really gotta
you guys
go.
really
I'm busy.
enjoyed,
Call back.
did you guys enjoy doing that dance, the dance competition?
Did I enjoy doing the dance competition, even with Bulk?
Yeah.
We had that dance off. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, because Paul's a talented guy. I mean, talk about physical comedy. He did so many things that are amazing for a big guy to do. And when we had that dance off, it was kind of improvised. So I was just throwing out stuff. I was like, I'm gonna do this, And he was like, he looked at what I did and go, I can do something with it. And it was pretty impressive. It was a lot of fun.
Thank you, by the way. And also, for you, Karen. Yes. Did you enjoy, kicking Ivan Ooze with the sun don't shine at the end of the movie? Taking care of business.
I enjoy taking care of business. Yes, I do.
Thank you guys have touched my heart. I want to thank you so much.
Thank you. We love you.
Have a great day.
Now before we go, we like to
do the morph, right?
Well, we got.
we got one more thing before that.
We like to do that. So we like to give away a little gift to the best question of the day. So today the winner gets like a Mighty Morphin Power Ranger book, and all of us have autographed it. So I hope all of us agree that Colin,
where are you? Colin.
Is it Colin? Whose birthday is it? Whose brother? Your brother.
The little guy. Yeah. You with the PSA shirt. Yeah.
Yeah. Dylan.
Dylan, you have the best question.
Good job, buddy.
A round of applause.
Come on, Dylan.
You get a card. Wrong show.
There you go. Thank you.
Good job, Dan. All right, I got to add something before we do our morph together. We closed out on Karen kicking Ivan Ooze in the Dumaquatchit. And gentlemen, how many, guys, like you wrestle with guys, you're always wrestling around, you have a good time. Somebody accidentally almost hits you in the Dumaquatchit, and you're like, hey, come on. Right? You don't even really need to see anything else, right? But the ladies have a whole other take on this. You'll be playing around, you'll be wrestling, having a good time, and guys, sometimes we win, sometimes we don't. But if they decide for a moment that you're winning too much, then comes the fake towards the Dumaquatchit, right? And immediately you're like, oh, game's over. Game's over, because I know that you don't know, that you don't understand. No more fun, and the girls, they just chuckle, and they're like, I win. And anyway, it's just, why we gotta kick people? Not even Ivan deserves it in the Dumaquatchit.
That was a moment by Austin.
Yeah, so I was a sidebar, just had to share it with you.
That was a public service announcement. Public service announcement by Austin St. John about do not kick people in the Dumaquatchit.
I'm going to start a new campaign. It's going to be called Save the Tyrannosaurus, all right?
I will say for the record, I only did it because I had to kick him into the comment. So, yeah.
All right,
You did it. You guys know something on this? Everyone
Okay,
else
all right, so are we ready for our morph?
Yes!
Ready for the morph?
All right, so let me borrow your morph for that.
Yeah, he's going honor.
All right, here we go.
Guys, I have all the coins with me.
Okay.
I have all the coins.
All right, guys, get those cameras ready.
All right, so.
Okay, cool.
All right, so we're going to do it facing you, but I need you guys to get behind us. So we're going to do a dry run because I don't want to hear it. It's morphin' time. It's morphin' time. Pterodactyl. I want to hear it, okay? You want a pterodactyl, Tyrannosaurus? I don't care, but I want to hear it. So on the count of 3, we'll do a practice run. I'm going to call out it's morphin' time. Well, we're not going to practice. You guys are going to practice, all right? So 1, 2, 3.
It's morphin' time!
And then call it out. Alright, so now everybody knows what's expected. We're going to do this for real now. We're going to start with the count of 3. You guys count on 3.
1, 2.
Wait.
Hold on.
Yeah, so we're gonna do it. You guys count to 3. I'm gonna call it's morphin' time. We're gonna morph. You guys got to chime in. All right?
Go down the road.
Oh, going down the road.
Going this way.
Okay, where's your morph?
So we're gonna go down the road, so you can do it with us. So Tyrannosaurus, Mastodon, Triceratops.
Okay, here we go. That makes sense. Better be loud.
I'll be pterodactyl.
Yeah. All right, start the count.
1, 2, 3. It's morphin' time! Tyrannosaurus! Mastodon! Triceratops! Saber-tooth tiger!
Thank you so much. Let's hear it one more time, guys, for the Power Rangers!
sure you go visit them today on the second floor, guys. They're right up the staircase outside the IMAX theater. If you're leaving the theater, please exit up top. The back